je badam je so je be manangata sinjan dan je dewa dan de dungan dan de nyundo lana mem yanda va zove janju rembo je toba ja Damra jebe da namba jebe je daba dan je jembe badu jeba tam je zo jebe manam gada nyambe sem je dan je dewa dan de Tungan dan de nyondo lana memba Yanda bazobe janju rembo je toba ja. By the sentient beings, the enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles to my liberation. May the experience happiness be separated from suffering and state and surpassed. Samanje je bado lunga je sunje wala ko ma she bado lunga je sunje wala ko te de ne sunde nyama sanda sanje bad lunga je sunje wala ko.
Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous
deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From till death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I will perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind.
Refuge on page 5.
Sanje Chodan Soje Chodan Lai Chanchu Badu Dane Jasuche Daje Je Soje Besonanje Drola Benje Sanje Drupasho Chodan Soje Chodan Lai Chanchu Badu Dane Jasuche Daje Je Soje Besonanje Drola Benje Sanje Drupasho. With the Dharma and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddha for the sake of all sentient beings.
Four immeasurables.
Manam gadanyam besem jendan dewa dan dewe judan dembra juje Tungan dan tungan je judan dewa juje Tungan membe dewa dan min dewa juje Nyere jadan jindan dewe tanyola nembra juje Gadan nyambe sem jendan je dewa dewe judan dembra juje Tungan dan tungan judan dewa juje Tunga membe dewa damen dewa juje Nyere chadan nyendan dewe tanyola nembra juje.
May all other sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness.
May they be liberated from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they never be separated from happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Short number. Sashi
Puje chuje mendota, rero lenche nyende jembade, sanje shin la minde pewaye, dro Shendo Chubasho Wadan Chujin Shabbatai Jesu Yeran Gushe Sovaye Yewa Chungse Daji Chisaba Tam Jesu Bejanju Chengo.
The ground is sprinkled
With the center water, the stream with the flowers is adorned with the mirror and the supreme mountain, the four continents, the sun and the moon. As a Buddha field, I offer it, all the sentient beings as a
happiness of the Buddha fields. Whatever merit
I have gathered through prostration, offering compassion, rejoicing, beseeching, praying. For the sake of enlightenment, all sentient beings, all this I dedicate.
Request for teachings on page 12.
Namje Sambada Loye Jeda Jedawa Jejun Tamanda Paye Chuje Kolo Kotoso Shunga Jope Sanje Lai Tamon Jade Sawane Sanje Donge Menda Lai Chuje Drume Batuso.
Please turn the wheel of Dharma,
The two vehicles, their combination, according to the disposition and mental capacity of sentient beings.
With my hands folded in prayer, I supplicate the Buddhas abiding in the 10 directions. Please shine the lamp of Dharma for sentient beings obscured by the darkness of ignorance.
Okay. So question answer, yeah?
Yeah, who's got questions? Anyone have a question? Start us off with a question. In the car yesterday, on the way back from the airport, Khenpo asked us, what are the 5 families?
Mm-hmm. You knew it, right, Liz?
No, not these ones.
The Tathagata
The
family?
disconnected family,
Oh.
the indefinite family.
That's always a
the
mistake.
hearer
Yeah.
family,
Versus the
the
Vajrayana.
It's
solitary family.
the Khenpo was translated as a family, so I'm not sure it's I mean, it's a family, it's a work, but you know,
It's a family of Buddha
Yeah.
nature.
it's a kind of group. So,
But it's not
I
like
think
the
cancer.
5 Buddha families.
no, it's
That's
not
the Buddha
same.
nature.
Because in this book, there's not talk anything with the Vajrayana.
Mm.
The only sutra.
Yes, just super.
It's a Mahayana, only Mahayana sutra.
So can you tell us about those 5 families?
No, this is they start a caution. Statement saying, you know, that in the jewel ornament there's 6 subjects. So I said, so they counting what is the 6. Then the first one said, someone said primary cause. So I said, what is the within the primary cause? What is the 5 family? That's what I asked question. Yeah.
So Buddha nature, it's about Buddha nature,
Yeah.
right? That's number 1.
No, Buddha nature is general.
That's the
Well, I mean, the
The
first
Buddha nature,
statement of Khenpo.
yeah. That's the first subject. Is Buddha nature. Yeah, talking about the Buddha nature. First chapter is about the Buddha nature.
Yeah, but you're talking about the 5 family, and that's more in the category within the precious human life.
No,
That would be a part
no.
of it, no?
It's 5 family. It's within the Buddha nature. That is showing us having Buddha nature is not good enough. You know, it's not enough, basically. Even you have a Buddha nature, still you can be disconnected. If you not behave, if you don't have a, you know. So it's the same as it doesn't mean you can travel aboard or what called outside of the country, abroad, just having passport. They need something else, you know. Having passport alone is not good enough. You cannot travel. You need a visa. You need the money. You know. Yeah. Ticket and
Place to
expensive.
go.
Yeah. So same way. Because sometimes people relax. They think, oh, I have a Buddha nature. I'm good enough. You know. Oh, we all Buddha. Some saying that I heard this people saying, oh, we all have a Buddha nature. Actually, we are all Buddha same. It's not same. You know, your Buddha nature is invisible. It's not functioning. Useless.
So understanding these 5 groupings.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say grouping instead.
Yeah.
Because it gets confusing in
Yeah.
my mind with the 5 Buddha families. So these 5 groupings, understanding these 5 groupings, is that a way for us to understand almost like our primary klesha, our primary obscuration that stands between where we are now and realization of our Buddha nature?
Yeah. It's just like you can have a bright lamp. Okay, if you put one thin like this kind of a fabric on that, still light come out.
Yeah.
But if you put 2, less light come. If you put more and more lyric, and at some point there will be no zero light come out. It's not the light is turn off. Light still there, because of the too many layers of the cover. Cannot see any light. Same way, everyone has equal Buddha nature, but still there are many different conditions that cause them to cannot be function that Buddha nature. So Buddha nature is more like, because I think sometimes people have this really, idea of when misunderstand of the Buddha nature and Buddha, they think they are same, you know. Like you can become a great artist. It doesn't mean that you are artist. You can become a great athlete. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you're athlete.
You have the potential.
You have a potential. You don't have a ability, but it doesn't mean that you become that one. That way, I think this is really important to know why Khenpo divided into 5 families. You know, the one is said disconnected. Disconnected means it's not forever disconnected, but at the moment it's not really connected. You have no chance to become. If you stay in that environment, if you stay with that condition, you will never chance to have liberation. That way it's called the disconnected. So I think this is important because especially in the people, Western people who follow to the Vajrayana, and they try to catch up from the top one. And they talk only highest one and they pretend like they are in their state of the nirvana, you know, highest yoga. And they only want those things, those subjects, you know. And so you're deceiving yourself, actually. So I think this reason, I think that Khenpo's, why he mentioned this one is, I think, really important for the practitioner. Knowing about, yes?
So, so you're saying these the 5 groups or these 5 Mahayana families.
It's not mine. Every sentient being belong to in this 5 category, 5 group.
So they're the Buddhas of the desire realm.
There's nothing distinguishing from the realm.
Okay.
This is distinguishing from the mental capacity or how to mind connected to the. It can be this. All 5 can be in the desire realm. All 5 can be in the form realm. All 5 can be in the formless realm. You know, So it's not like the realm can make the difference. Yeah, all five can have, basically can say in the human realm, all five can have.
And the five are disconnected, indefinite, here,
yeah.
solitary, realizer, and the Mahayana.
Yeah,
Those are the five.
yeah.
So is it like are the groupings sort of like I don't want to say a personality type, but kind of like a personality tendency in a way?
I think this is I mean, like in general Buddhism and particularly in the Mahayana, we always say the mind is the principle of most important. Even Theravada, if you look the Dharma path, in the Dharma path, first quote, I think first or second quote, said mind is the creator of everything. So in the Buddhism, mind is a really important part of the subject to conquer and so focus actually. So then that mind is a different set of a mind. Some are totally negative, and they stay on that negative way, and they enjoy with that negative, and they don't see that negative as a negative. So that is what it means that disconnected. You're totally lost on the wrong direction. You like some people believe, try to achieve the happiness through the negative action. So happiness is a result of the good karma. Make sense? So you're hoping to become happy by doing bad things. It never happened, that one. That is what it means, the disconnected. You totally lost. You totally go in the wrong direction. That is what it means, the disconnected. Because no matter how far you go, you will never reach to the nirvana. No matter how hard you work on that path. Make sense? Then the second one is indifferent. Is basically saying your own cannot be liberated. Your own cannot be reached to the nirvana. You have to rely on the spiritual guidance. What kind of spiritual guidance is important? So that way, indifferent means that what kind of spiritual guidance you meet, you become that one. Like Adisha said, student is a tsaza. Teacher is a, what called the tsaza means the whole mold. Whatever mold have a print, and the tsaza come that way. So that is what is if you're like Play-Doh, your Play-Doh is plain on the really beautiful art, you become that one. But if your Play-Doh is put on in the ugly one, you become that one. So that way, why is a spiritual guru is important? That make the indifferent family. Then
so the indifferent family doesn't recognize the importance?
It's important. That's really important. Why? Because what kind of teacher you meet, you become that way. Yeah. So that is a condition is important. So these two are showing is having Buddha nature is not good enough. Having Buddha nature not going to make you Buddha. Because sometimes people misunderstand. I hear these people saying, "Oh, we all have a Buddha nature. Ultimately, we all Buddha." Actually, we have no clue what is ultimate. It's the same as talking about the blind people talking about the color. From the birth, you're blind. You have no idea what does color mean. When somebody said green, you have no idea what does green mean. You just follow it because somebody said green. Oh, green color. So our ultimate is exactly like that. We have no idea what is ultimate.
Do you think they know what is pretty and what's not pretty? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is ugly.
Yeah. So I think this reason, those are important. Understand of this subject is not just kind of like try to make the lists, because have the foundation have to build from there. If you truly want to, reach to the nirvana, then you have to build from their foundation, because without going through that foundation, reaching nirvana is not easy. So that way, why Kambaba mentioned from the first chapter from that. So then, okay.
Khenpo, what I'm hearing in some of this is, at least your comments, that it's partly the value of the relationship with the guru. Because I think in the old days, Naropa Talopa, by being with a highly realized master, we come to know those qualities, and the master gets to know the student and can help lead the student. But otherwise, if we're just on our own, trying to figure out what enlightenment is or what the Buddha nature looks like, we're kind of groping in the dark.
I think, yes, this is true. We cannot have like that kind of a, what called that, opportunity, like a Naropa head, like a Tiloba head, like a Marba head, like a Milareva head, It's not going to, that is not, why? Because it's both. You may say there's no more that kind of qualified guru. Also, you have to say there's no more that kind of qualified student. So both way. So that is that way is called, we call that degeneration. So now is what we should do. This question is what we should do, since we cannot see guru as an enlightened, we see guru as a human body. Since we don't have that strong devotion guru as a truly Buddha, then what should do? Because for the practice, particularly when come to the like a Mahamudra, Guru Yoga is the key. Guru devotion is the key. Without the Guru devotion, your meditation never work. Okay? Guru devotion is the head of the meditation, and Guru devotion is the enhanced forth of the meditation. So now, what should we do? There's one, I think, come up Miki Doji. I think this is come up Miki Doji. One of the Mahamudra teaching said, if you cannot see Guru as a truly Buddha, then you must supplicate it to the forefather Guru, like Tiluba, Naropa, Marpa. Because when you think about them, we sense them are truly Buddha. So then you can have easier way to develop the devotion to Guru as a, that is what called Guru as a truly Buddha. Like if you try to meditate and, Milarepa, supplicate to the Milarepa, you have no doubt of a Milarepa is not Buddha. You have no doubt of Milarepa as a Buddha. Yeah. So easier to supplicate to the Milarepa as a Guru. So he said that is how you can supplicate it. And also, it's not only because of there's no qualified Guru, that way you don't see as a Guru as a truly Buddha. This is up to your also mind's impurity. Like a Milarepa said to the Kambaba, in the future, when you have a certain realization, that time you will see me as a truly Buddha. So you cannot say, oh, there's no qualified Guru. They are not qualified. Even when our mind is impure, then even qualified Guru, the truly Buddha is in front of you, you just see. Like, forget about the, Gurus, those, even the Buddha himself. When Buddha was alive, historical Buddha was alive, many people don't see Buddha as a Buddha. there are lots of complaint comes. There's a lots of bad things saying about the Buddha, So it's just not like a Buddha is not Buddha. Lots of people don't have that capacity to see Buddha as a Buddha. Make sense? So same things in our guru, in the present guru. A lot of those guru are truly enlightened, but we don't have capacity to see them as a guru. So the reason, if you have a really hard time to supplicating guru, devotion to guru as a truly Buddha, your present guru, physically guru as a, seeing a hard time to seeing truly Buddha, you don't have that feeling of that one. Then you have to supplicate to the forefather guru, So that is what Kamamba Megitaji said. And also Jidesum Gun's one quote said, Guru's responsibility, Guru himself or herself, until reach to the Vajratara state, cannot tell to the disciple to meditate me as a guru. Then it's because there's a guru is already the state of the delusion. And within that state of the delusion delusion doesn't mean that they are worldly beings. Even the enlightened being, they have a delusion of conceptual or dualistic thought. Long as you have dualistic thought, then even you are first to seven bhumi, still you have a dualistic thought. If you have dualistic thought, then you are not totally pure. You still have delusion. So then your delusion will be imprinted on that student. So Jidesungha said, until you reach to the Vajratara state, do not meditate your disciple to yourself. Just your disciple, tell them to meditate on the forefather guru. So I think that is those two quotes come together, showing as a, when you're having difficulty to guru supplication, and you couldn't see guru as a truly Buddha. I think that reason also this day all the guru yoga, you don't meditate directly on guru as a guru. You meditate a guru as a Vajratara. That's the reason. Like a guru yoga, you don't meditating to your guru's physical body. You meditating your guru as a Vajratara form. So that help us to kind of our faith or our devotion is become more realistic. Make sense? So I think those have to be all put together.
When you're talking about supplication, Khenpo, and this dualistic type of obscurations that a student might have, that would be one of the qualities of maybe a better student, is to be focused on trying to free ourselves from this dualistic apprehension of teacher or us and the world around us. I mean, when you're talking supplication, like doing prostrations, for example, one of the teachers here said the highest form of that practice is to actually let go of our ego when we're laying ourselves down. I think that would be an important quality in the student. Is that correct?
Yeah, you have to let go of the ego, but you cannot let go of the competent.
Of the what?
Competent.
Confidence. Confidence.
Yeah.
Oh, the confidence. You mean the confidence in
Self-belief.
I'm confused on that.
Is that similar
Confidence
to
in
Vajra pride?
Yes, it's kind of like that. You have to have a trust of you can do this, because sometimes this is a problem. Lots of time teaching saying, oh, you have to let go of the ego. Then they let go of the ego and let go of this confident too. They said, oh, I'm nothing. Yeah, I have no hope. So there's one text called the Chintamani. Jitasungun wrote this text, really beautiful. In that text said, whatever you see the guru, what you believe the guru, you become that one. Like for example, if you think your guru is a great knowledgeable about the Four Noble Truths, you become a Sharvaka. If you think the gurus great have a knowledge about the interdependent origination, you become a Patija Buddha. If you think your guru is a bodhisattva, you become a bodhisattva. But if you think a guru as a dharmakaya, you become a dharmakaya. So whatever you see guru, that is what you become. So that reason, all in the Mahamudra teachings, you must see guru as a Vajradhara. Why that is important? So that is not going to change the state of the guru, because even the guru is go to hell. If you see guru as a Vajradhara, you will have a great chance.
Isn't that partly the power of
Faith,
Yeah.
trust, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so you have that one.
if I believe the world is beautiful,
Yes,
the
that becomes,
world becomes
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
If it's ugly,
yeah, everything
then
is
I
bad.
become. I mean,
Yeah, you see everything is negative.
right, but it
Yeah.
works. It works both ways. If I see.
Yeah,
the
then
world
you
as
also
ugly,
become that one, yeah.
Then I become ugly
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the process.
Yeah. When you see everyone is bad, you become a grumpy. When you see everyone is a wonderful, you become a really happy person. Yeah? Sweet. So that's both way.
That's so funny. Cute.
Khenpo, can you explain the three kinds of faith?
There's many ways, but basically saying is the three faith we call the vivid faith, eager faith, trusting faith. So vivid faith means that you need the kind of like so vivid faith is basically like when you see guru as a truly Vajradhara, that is a vivid faith, clear, lucid. So then eager faith means that now you want to become that one. You're eager to become like that, like guru. That's called the eager faith. Trusting faith means that once you see the guru's quality, then you trust. Because sometimes certain teaching maybe not make sense at the moment. Seems kind of like not working. So it takes time to actually become realistic. Like if Milarepa not give up his faith, he never become a Milarepa. Because Mara only let him to work. There's a reason why Marba make him to work. There's a reason. But Marba never tell anyone about that reason. Even his wife, he never mentioned about that. Why he had to make the Milarepa work hard. Then when his wife came that morning, he said, I had a great dream and last night such and such. He said, dream is just dream. But he's following to his dream. He had a dream, then that way that morning he went to welcome Milarepa actually. But he never mentioned that dream until later. Because if that mentioned from the beginning, Milarepa will become, arrogant one. He's not going to pursue that. So that way, so at the moment, at the beginning, nobody understood why Marba treated Milarepa that bad. Even his wife got really frustrated with that. Make sense? So for that, you need to trust. If you don't have a trust, then lots of time it's not always be pleasant. Make sense?
But in that case, it seems for Milarepa, that seemed to be innate. He just seemed to have that trust in Marba.
Yeah, so that way we need
He
that
had-
one too.
yes.
Yeah.
He also got really frustrated. He left at one point.
I mean, yeah.
He tested it.
Yeah.
His
It was
faith
rough.
was tested.
No, he almost he never have a doubt of the Marba's ability, but he's kind of like became hopeless. So he tried to run away.
Yeah, he was afraid he wasn't going to get the Dharma teaching.
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
life, so
yeah,
that
yeah,
in my
yeah.
life to hopefully get
If
the
I
Dharma
died
teachings.
with
Yeah,
this
without the Dharma teachings.
work and I don't get the Dharma teaching, yeah. So I think that reason. It's not because he lost the faith. Yeah, it's different. he's kind of become impatient, basically, which is we are. Yeah.
I have to build another tower.
I have to move it again.
Yeah.
So sometimes in the sadhanas, where it's suggested that we see our guru, our personal guru, as the object, like
Yeah.
Tara
Yeah.
or Jigten Sungun,
Yeah.
and then also see Jigten Sungun as Vajradhara.
Yeah.
So we have like layers
Yeah.
of our.
In one thing is I can say in the Jiddusungun is not become a Vajatara. Jiddusungun you have to see as a Vajatara mean the Jiddusungun as a Dharma Kaya. So this three Kaya is a one. If you are pure mind, you can see Dharma Kaya. If you are medium pure, like you're not totally pure, but you still have a greatness of the purity, then you see Sambhoga Kaya. But if you are in pure state, like worldly beings, then you only see the Nirvana Kaya. So that way, Jiddusungun and Dharma Kaya is not two things become one. It's not talking about that one. Okay? And your guru is also Jiddusungun, that one is so one is that one. And two is in the Vajrayana practice. This is every practice is same. That you have to see guru, deity, and your nature minds are always be same. That way you see the Jiddusungun's Vajra song called the Fivefold Path, Mahamudra Vajra song. In that Vajra song, when come to the Guru Yoga, song on the Guru Yoga, he said, your mind, Guru's wisdom mind, and Buddha are one. Then you don't need fabricated devotion. That is unfabricated devotion that you see Guru, you, and Buddha are inseparable. So that way, it's like Jiddusungun not become a Vajratara. Make sense? So there's like three things become one. It's not talking about that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know that in your heart, Khenpo. That's not a conceptual, that's not something that you think. I think that for someone to have that depth of realization of,
Yeah.
that you are also,
Yeah.
that it's kind of that's kind of a connection, isn't it?
First, yes. I mean, at the first, you need the fake devotion. Then that fake devotion is become real. So you can call the fake devotion, or you can call the artificial devotion. Artificial is a necessity. So that way, like if the Dharma said true truth, relative truth and absolute truth. Relative truth is artificial. Without the relying on the artificial, cannot get to the actual one. Make sense? So from the beginning too, you may not have that directly a realization on that, but you have to creating that. When you believe something, then one day it become that one. So it's just not what I'm saying is not just only that experience or that realization is not only just realizing one. Even the non-realizing ordinary people still can have that kind of devotion through the artificial way. Then one day it become real. So you have to train your mind, because mind is like Play-Doh. Whatever you want to become, it becomes that way.
So according to your progression, it's artificial faith
Devotion, yeah.
artificial devotion, real devotion, and then unfabricated devotion.
Yeah, fabricated and artificial is kind of same.
Oh, no, that's the same.
Yeah. So that means, because lots of beings, beginner practitioner, they don't have a realization. It doesn't mean that they don't have devotion. Make sense? So if you don't have naturally that devotion, like you couldn't see Guru as a tool in Buddha, because it have to come from the nature from depth of your heart. But it's not easy to come out. So when you don't have that one, what should you do? Is just fabricate it artificially.
Can I change gears? So, lately, maybe the last year or two, I've been thinking in my Buddhist practice about the value of virtue. And, you know, the Vinaya is all about conduct. And, I mean, I get that, you know, the ordained have a lot of rules, you know, that you have to follow. But for lay people, I think it's of exceptional value to have a focus on practicing virtue in daily life. And boy, in my experience, in my life, that has never been easy to do because I keep wandering off and going crazy, you know, so let me just jump to my question basically, which is the relationship between virtue and merit. So we talk about building up our merit through the practices of virtue. And I guess I just want to make sure my understanding is right, that when we accumulate that vast merit, then our practice becomes more potent and we're sort of things open up for us to realize these. Is that true?
Yeah. So first of all, I want to say this one, because a lot of people have this idea of monks and nuns cannot do this. If they do, that's become negative. We are lay, we can do. Seems like it's monks, when monks do that one, it's becoming negative. But when they do that one, it's okay, not becoming negative. It's not true. It's not true.
It's not okay.
It's not true. Doesn't matter you are monk or not. When you do certain things, it always be negative. There's a Khenpo Rinpoche wrote one booklet called The Permission and Prohibition Mode of Abide. The book name is Permission and Prohibition. Yeah.
Yeah, prohibition.
Yeah, it's a mode of abide. It's mean naturally. Yeah, there's no. So like one Tibetan guy, Rinpoche told me, when he went to Tibet, one Tibetan guy took a vow of not drinking alcohol from someone Lama. And he came to see Khenpo Rinpoche, said, please take my vow back. I cannot take this one. So Khenpo Rinpoche said, I cannot take your vow back because you think that when I take your vow give back, you're okay to drink. Doesn't matter you took the vow or not, alcohol is alcohol. You know, from the negative come from outcome of the negative of the alcohol, as consuming alcohol is always the same. Nothing going to change. So that way, there's not really much different. Only different is monks and nuns, they make the commitment. You breaking your commitment. Extra negative is because you're breaking the commitment. You promise something, you broke that promise. That is a extra heavier negative, I think. But also they have monks and nuns have an extra merit from that. Is even you're not doing anything, you still have a vow. So your virtue is continuing. The lay only they having that virtue become a virtue when they don't do that one. Then when they discipline at the moment. So that way there's a little bit different. But non-virtue and the virtue is always the same. You know, and that is one. And the second one is your question is yes. More you accumulate the merit, your practice become more profound. You get to the deeper of the wisdom. So because like Saraha, I think Saraha's word, this one said, what is the main cause of a realization of the emptiness is the vast accumulation of merit. More you accumulate the merit, deeper or greater your wisdom of realization is come. So as they put the example is a fire, wood, and fire. If you collect it to the few kindlings, the fire will be really small one, easy to destroy it. But if you accumulate a big pile of wood and start with the fire, that fire can become a great fire. Make sense? When that great fire is really strong, wind is becoming even the support of the fire. Then the wind make the fire stronger. Water make the fire stronger actually. So that is showing us in the Vajrayana said, negative or whatever we call, afflictive emotion is become a source of wisdom, is come from there. So when you have a strong accumulation of merit, then your wisdom is become really deep. Then everything become a part of the support. So yes, it's a accumulation of merit is a really necessity for getting into the deeper of your practice.
That's a really helpful image.
That's what your question, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
that was perfect.
Okay.
I have another question.
Go.
Nobody has any questions.
Yours are good. We like them.
You are not nobody.
No, I was just being quiet for other people. But so we talk about cause and effect, and going back to something that you said earlier about, or maybe I said it about what we put into our mind. So how does that's the workings of cause and effect. The cause of the effect. So planting the seed of virtue or beauty or compassion or one of the other Buddhist values. It directly connects with the world around us.
Yeah. Mental projection.
And
So I give you a really simple example.
Okay.
When you fall in love with someone, whenever you see that person, whenever you hear that person, whenever you think about that person, it brings you a smile. It makes you happy. Because you fall in love. Okay. So then you date and you get before you engage, you get married. Then slowly build the conflict. Okay, now become a problem. Now, whenever you think about that person, you make miserable. Yeah?
Yeah.
Person not change. Nothing changed that person. It's the same. How you view is change. How you project is change. How you perceiving is change. So first you have only positive thought. So you will never see any negative side on that person. You never notice everything is acceptable. When you like that person, everything is acceptable, everything is right, everything is correct, everything is good. But when you start rejecting that person, even all the good things become annoying. So that's all your mind game. So that we call the mental projections. All appearance is a mind game.
Can we help people through that same So yes, I mean,
Like Buddha is helping us.
us personally,
Yeah, of course. He give us a wisdom.
but Buddha is not outside of us. Buddha is
Now,
within us.
the first there's a outside Buddha.
Okay, I'm trying to tie the Buddha nature in.
No, that way earlier I said your Buddha nature is useless.
You can't see it, huh?
Yeah. So that the refuge is there's two kind of refuge. One is called the causal refuge. One is called the resulted refuge. Causal refuge is the outside Buddha. You have to rely on the outside Buddha. Somebody already become Buddha. That's called the outside Buddha. Without relying on that outside Buddha, you never recognize your inner Buddha. So that outside Buddha help you to recognize your inner Buddha. Make sense?
Yes.
That is how can help each other.
Well, how can we help? Is there anything that we can do to help people who are sick? I mean, we're doing Medicine Buddha this weekend. How can we make our prayers for other people? How does that work? Or how can we make it effective so that
You can pray for them, you can moral support for them, you can do lots of things, but you cannot fix their karma. That person have to fix themselves.
I understand? So why are we praying for them?
So pray help.
It helps me, but
Yeah, pray help, but it doesn't mean that you are capable to fix the problem. Even Buddha cannot.
I understand.
Yeah, Buddha one day whole his Kapila was the kingdom kill, but 500 people kill one king, neighborhood king and minister. Buddha just watching, couldn't do anything. And Buddha said, luckily I become a Buddha. If I not become a Buddha today, I was also going to die. Because we have this karmic relation. This happened for a long time ago. We create this karma. So yes, of course, I mean, we can help, but it doesn't mean that we are capable to fix all the problem.
So, I don't know if this is maybe more appropriate to ask tomorrow during the public talk, but being in a world, in a current situation where we have to, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. So the story of the Buddha with the elephant, right? So the really super drunk, angry elephant comes roaring at the Buddha. And he just is so much love, and the elephant just falls to its knees in front of the Buddha. And I keep thinking of that story in today's current atmosphere. I was in an airport, in my travels I was in Dallas, and I had a long way over in Dallas. And this dude that was full cowboy, man, he had the hat, he had the shirt, he had the big buckle, he had the belly over the big buckle. It's
part of the art.
It's part of
The imagery.
So I'm going to a restaurant, I'm trying to find a place to eat, and we're walking this way, and he's looking daggers at me. Daggers at me. And as we get close, he says, Jesus is Lord. And I said, he rocks. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And we just kept going. And I felt like, I didn't see what happened, but I felt something in him kind of go, wait, what? You know? But I don't know what I'm asking. How can we help to transform on this large level where there's so much anger and misunderstanding and stuff? People would look at candy, because he's brownish and Asianish and all these things. How can we, as practitioners, on a large macro and micro level, help to transform this?
That's not easy. That's why Milarepa have to run to the mountain. Yeah, Buddha have to left home because it's not that easy to change that kind of a mentality. It's not easy to change, but there's a small way you can change, And sometimes certain people really don't like, but then slowly, gradually knowing each other, then become a really good friends. Make sense? So it takes time. When somebody have a certain mindset, changing from there to something else is not easy. But when they find the right tool, right condition, right method, then slowly can change that one. It can become that one. So it's take time. It's not easy to, but there's no magic power to, just snap that, then what called
Magic wand.
yeah, magic, what called spell. There's no magic spell but it's gradually can change.
Well, just piggybacking off that, what is the best virtuous practice that we can do as daily practitioners? Or during our day or during our week? What is the most important virtuous practice for us?
So I think what is maybe don't ask what is I think is how to make the perfect practice. Any practice is good. Any practice is good.
So doing practice.
Yeah, so any practice is good. Anything you do related to the practice or good deed is good. But how to make that perfect? We said called the three virtues. Virtue as a beginning, virtue as a middle, virtue as an end. Virtue as a beginning means that you need good intention. Why you doing that practice? If you're doing the wrong intention, even you're doing Dharma practice, it can become a negative. So cannot be do Dharma with a negative intention. So make sure you have a right intentions.
And it's so.
Yeah. So you have to have a good intention.
So if your intention is to develop bodhicitta.
Yeah. So there's a two way to good intentions. Called according to in the Buddhism, if you're Hinayana practitioner, then your main intention is you need the renunciation. You want to free from samsara. And the Mahayana practitioner, you need compassion, altruistic motivations. That is you need. That's the intention. Then doing the practice, then the practice called the virtue as a middle. Any practice you do must be supported by the two. And that is make that whatever you do is become a Buddhism. Like for example, morality. Monks or nuns vows, or you take the upasika vow, or any kind of vows, or samadhi meditations. If that practice, like morality and samadhi, is supported by the emptiness and compassion, then it becomes an unmistaken path. So that is called the virtue as a middle. It means that any practice you do, even the reciting mantra, must recite the mantra with the supported by the emptiness and compassion. Then virtue as an end is mean that must dedicate it unsurpassable enlightenment for benefit of every sentient beings, according to the Mahayana or Vajrayana, the same. So when you do with this three way, even one, like one round of a mala mantra, every day you're doing perfect and you're doing good. If you don't know anything else, just do the Om Mani Padme Hum, for example. Do the Om Mani Padme Hum one round of mala for day. Do with the supported by these three. Your practice is perfect, unmistaken. Then that's very good. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that is important to must supported by these three. It's called the virtue as a beginning, virtue as a middle, and a virtue as an end.
So the virtue in the middle is to approach your practice with emptiness and compassion.
Yes. Any practice. you practicing recitation mantra, or you practicing the generosity, you practice the morality, you practice the samadhi, any kind of practice you do must need supported by these two.
Can I do that practice when I'm doing the laundry?
Yes,
Dishes
yes.
at home?
So like His Holiness Dalai Lama said, if you have a good intention, daily job is become a part of the practice. Unless you are a butcher, then it's hard to say, you know. yeah. So other than that, you know, even the daily job. So like in the we call like sleeping, eating, and certain those action are called the undecided action. It can be virtue, it can be non-virtue. What purpose, what reason you doing that one? It make different. If you eating because you want to be good looking, or because you want to be strong that you can, you know, kill someone or something like, you know, then lots of people do that one as a physical bodybuilder and those. Then you are eating is a negative. Make sense? But you eating reason is it because that way you have energy, so you can practice, you can help other. So then that eating is become positive. So that way, that is showing us in the daily job, everything's like most of people's job is directly or indirectly for helping other. You get salary, that is other things, but your job is actually direct, sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly involved to the benefit for other. So that way, that's become a part of the Mahayana practice.
So dedicate to merit.
Yes, then dedicate.
Before
Then
you go home.
never forget to the dedication. If you recite the mantra,
Try.
yeah, dedicate it.
Khenpo,
Yeah.
if we're doing it to benefit or to help other people, isn't that a form of dedication right there?
Yes, that is called the intention and dedication. So intention, motivation, and dedication. What is the difference? Is before the action, thought is called the intention. After the action, thought is called the dedication.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And for that, it's because sometimes people say, "Oh, this practice is good for this practice is good for." There's no really differential. All practice is good for everything. Because lots of people say, "Oh, you should do the Jabala, become rich." There are no guarantee. You know.
I know.
Yeah, but yeah. But also, you know, if you have all those cause, then any practice can become a rich. Even medicine Buddha practice can make you really rich. For example, make sense?
With the right attitude.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. So it's just the. The Tibetan one quote said, all the Buddha are in the space, nature space, they are one. State of the nature space, they are one. Or can say all the Buddha in the nature is the same. There's no really different. So that way, my answer is I think any practice you do, if you do continuing is I think important. You know, consistent, continuing. That is important because lots of people what they do is they do when they receive some information said, "Oh, this practice is such great benefit," and they start doing that one few months. They get bored and they want to do something else. You know, we use practice as our entertainment. You know, This practice is not entertainment. Consistent. It's called the mindfulness. That is what mindfulness means. Consistent. So, Jiddu Sungkun said, all the 3 times highway path or the main path, you can say highway path or main path is the uninterrupted mindfulness. Yeah, uninterrupted mindfulness means there's something doing continually. That's what is uninterrupted mindfulness. Any kind of practice you do, if you do continually, that is become uninterrupted mindfulness. So, yes.
So when Drupan was here, he part of the directions were when we started meditation.
So this one is, I'm not going to give an answer for you.
No.
I don't like this one. When such Lama say this, that, then I give you different answer. Then you become upset at this. I don't want to discuss with this guru saying this one. One time some said, oh, I said something. Then he said, oh, such guru said you are wrong because some guru said this. I said, I'm not that guru. What that guru can do, I cannot do. So that way, if you have question based on the Drupan's teaching, when he come, you should ask him. It's better, honestly. Then it become a contradictory, because each one have a different concept. I see the cup. You see the cup. We see the cup same, but our definition is different. You may see this cup really beautiful. You may see this picture is really beautiful. I may not going to see that beautiful. Then you going to say, oh, there's a really beautiful cup. I said, where is that beautiful one? I don't see. This is not that one. Then his answer is become a contradictory. So I'm going to stop from there. You understand?
Lord, unless you can rephrase it to something general. Just like a general question. Don't reference like so-and-so said this.
I got to trouble before. Give me some answer. Huh?
I wouldn't tell him.
It's recorded. It's on Zoom.
Yeah, that's right. You can rephrase it. Just rephrase it.
So we can then meditate on something that could just be really, really simple, like a stick, or so as long as it's sustained mindfulness, that's what we're going for, right? So it's that quietness of mind. It doesn't matter what it is that you're concentrating upon. It's that place that you get of quietude.
I think that is, you can say that way, but must be that object, whatever you're focusing, must be outcome of a positive feeling from that object. Like you can concentrate on the weapon, never outcome positive feeling. You can use as a weapon, bomb, as a focal object.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So if you looked at this text, many texts said, one pointed mind on the virtuous thought must be that object something positive, like a flower is a positive, statue is a positive. But then lots of times said based on the stone. Stone is not negative, not positive. Just focal object. But you cannot use anything because certain objects are negative. Make sense? From that negative to, you cannot bring to the positive feeling. You put the bomb here, nuclear bomb here, you try to meditate on the bomb. Never going to be your mind rest. You become when going to be this explorer. So the focal object, you can use any object. Must be the object is related to the virtuous thought. That is a condition. They have condition. You can use any object, but that object had to be related to the virtuous thought. Yes?
Now, the Buddha had many different objects of meditation that were written, that have been recorded, maybe 40 or more different objects of meditation. Some of those were watching decomposing bodies and so forth.
Yeah, of course.
So there's a wisdom aspect there, I assume.
Each meditation have a different reason. We call that for training of the mind. Like just each individual is different. Let's just forget about all those 40s. Just we talk about the two: meditation on the love and meditation on the compassion. Certain people suitable to meditate on the love, but certain not. Certain people suitable to meditation on the compassion, but certain not.
You're saying some are not?
Yeah, some are not, yeah.
Okay, some are not.
Like for example, if you have a really strong attachment, meditation on the love is a really bad idea. But if you have a really strong stress or agitation, it's called that depression. Yeah, Western culture. If you have that kind of depression, meditation on the compassion is a really bad idea.
So you're meditating on love.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm not saying it's never meditate on the compassion, but majority of your meditation must focus on the love. Because you already have enough negative thought. So you have to build that main balance, bring back through the positive thought. It's a love. But if you have too much desire, attachment, meditation on the love is not healthy. So that reason Buddha have to give him so many different, like a Muslim Buddha give the meditation on the ugliness, like decomposing the body, to detach. But there's one monk, Buddha gave teaching to the beauty, to detach. Yes, there's only one monk. He couldn't meditate through the ugliness for how to cut the attachment. Buddha said meditate on the beauty. So each individual is different. Make sense? So that way, it's a based on your mental state. So that way, sometimes you have to be your own guidance. Guru give you general teachings, but you have to choose based on what is suitable to you. Or you have to go through with the Guru to discussion. Oh, I meditate this way, happened this one, what should I do? Then Guru said, okay, try it this way. Then that is how, gradually you become what is the, healthy state of the mind. So those are not for one person to try everything.
Can you give like a couple of keynotes for love and keynotes for compassion, just so we know like the difference?
Yeah. So love is basically you feeling of the care, feeling of the positive. You're thinking about all the good things. So love is really close to the attachment. Really close to.
You want the best for that.
Yeah, it's just basically you come from the care, come from the friendship, come from the concern. Yeah, I'm not concerned. So that those are related to. So that way, come from the like I like. So compassion is come from the concern.
Desire in there.
Yes. Yeah, I have some degree of desire too. Yeah, compassion come from the concern. Compassion come from the worry. Compassion come from the, agonic suffering. Like you feel unbearable.
Oh,
Aching, yeah. Yeah?
Aching,
Yeah. So that way is different. So the reason, if your mind have a stronger attachment, meditation on the love is not good. If you have a mind have a stronger, aversion, meditation on the compassion is not good. This died, I think.
Did the computer go out?
Yeah.
It logged, so it's the login screen.
Is there battery now?
No, so you have to log back in. Mark, you have to log back in.
Okay.
He's doing it fancy on his own laptop.
Khenpo, isn't part of the objective in practicing meditation is to get the mind in meditation and it becomes immovable from that meditation?
It's called the Tibetan called the Xinjiang. Xinjiang is called the pliancy. Pliancy. Mind become flexible. Then the mind will listen to you. Right now, our mind never listen to us. You said want to be this way. Mind said no, I want that one. So mind is really spoiled. Child. Yeah, never listen. So through the meditation and mind become called the pliancy. I don't like that. Lots of people using it as a tranquilize.
Tranquilize.
Yeah, tranquilize.
Oh, you're about tranquility.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't like that word.
You mean that they're using meditation to tranquilize
Yeah,
themselves?
I don't like that word. I don't know. Maybe I'm not comfortable with that because I heard this one is people using for the drugs to animal also.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tranquilize.
Yes.
I think Tsunzer Kensei Rinpoche says something like if that's what you want, better to get a massage or something like that.
So then, yeah. So drug can do that. You know that way Hindu use the bhang, for the support of the meditation, because it change your mind. Yeah, it's, you bring to the other side of the mind. Can bring that. So sometimes you have experience through the meditation. Sometimes you have experience through the medication.
One theory I heard though is that's why tea became so important and popular because it keeps you awake. So you drink
So the many meditation said when you have a more dullness. Dullness, I have two kind of dullness. One is called dullness because of the negative karma. Then tea not going to help anything. No matter how strong coffee, tea drink, nothing change. Your mind is called the singy mind. Then you must stop doing the meditation and start doing the accumulation, like circumambulation, prostration, offering, Gana Chakra offering, and things like that. It help. But then another one is called the dullness, is because of the kind of heaviness. Then when you have that kind of caffeine, it refresh your mind. It help to become, and also like a more light, like in the room, have a more light, like window door open, then it help. But this day you don't need to open the window door, you just turn on the light. Yeah, but when you have too much agitation, then tea is not good. And also light is not good. Then better stay quiet in darker place. So this is just based on those two. Sometimes you have to use that kind of method to bring to the mind to the balance, basically. So tea is come from there because that time there is no coffee.
Yeah.
Now there's a coffee, so better than tea. Stronger caffeine. Yeah.
Khenpo, there are times when I'm doing solitary retreat, there's a time of day, almost every day, like around 2:00, that I'm just like,
That time you need a tea, strong tea or coffee. Yeah. It's not because of the singing mind. It's called the dullness.
It's consistent.
Yeah.
when I get
that's
up, I'll
yeah.
do practice.
Yeah.
You know,
Their walking meditation is good.
yeah.
Thank you, Khenpo.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Almost time. Yeah.
Huh?
Almost time.
Okay.
So let's do dedication prayers on
Yeah.
14. And let's do them in